Hello, hello. I have not adjusted this clock, so I was of the belief that it was not 9 o'clock yet. Imagine my surprise when I checked my phone. What's going on, guys? 9:17. Kilo, what's up? Hey, what's up? How are you? Sam Carroll, what's going on? That's better. Rich Smith, Israel, RDB, what's up? Gary Johnson, how are you? What's going on, guys? What do we want to talk about? We can discuss anything you want to discuss. Hey, John, I'm Leo. Leo, like your name is Leo or your law enforcement officer? Billy Magnum, what's up? Charlie Wood, what's up? Byron, what's going on? Chuck Peoples, Hot Rod, what's up? How are you? What's up, what's up? How was everybody's day? Did you guys get some shit done? Do you have something to show for it? Could you take a photo of what you did and look at it and go, I did a lot of shit? Jeremy Kirby, what's up? Cody S, Lone Star, what's going on? Name is Leo. Got it. Got it. Cell phone pouches. I've been sitting sewing these most of the night. I've got a bunch of different colors of them available. Why do you want one? They'll fit your big ass cell phone with whatever battery pack. I don't have a big battery pack, John. Well, they'll fit your cell phone. They'll fit your battery chargers and cables, your extra, battery packs. They will fit a full-size rat trap. Why do I want that? Well, because you can take a rat trap and screw it to a tree or wire it to a tree and catch squirrels. We make them belt attachment, we make them PALS backed, and we have them available. And if you want your special color combo, you can order that. I'm pretty sure it's online. You can order a custom color thread. Planted seeds, right on. Jen, what's up? Had to buy OSB to redo bathroom floor today. Yeah, $65 a sheet. I saw it the other day. Back up to $65 a sheet. What would it take to get a matching H harness and hydro and pistol mag pouches to match the Raid Red rig I got? Time and money. Time and money. What you have to realize is, for us to build that for you, there's something else that we're not building that day. So it's just time and money. Installed 2 new light fixtures, worked in the garden, started more seeds, right on. Today was good, got some stuff done, barbecue dinner, that sounds awesome. Gonna try hugelkultur method, raised beds, that I'm starting on tomorrow. So, what do you mean by raised beds? You mean like you're gonna throw a bunch of wood on the ground, you're gonna put some dirt over it, and you're gonna grow it? When most people say hugelkultur, it's not fucking hugelkultur. I take my raised beds, some of them are 24 inches deep, and the soil I use is very expensive. I use Fox Farms Ocean Forest. It's what all the weed growers use. And it's expensive, very expensive. Even if you used like Miracle-Gro, it's expensive. People don't realize to do like a 2x4 raised bed with Miracle-Gro, you're gonna put like 3 bags of soil in there. Last year that shit was $7 a bag. I bet, no it wasn't. It was $13 a bag. I'll bet you it's $20 a bag this year. So I don't need 18 inches of depth on most of the stuff I grow. So I put firewood in the bottom. So a lot of people will call that hugelkultur. It's not hugelkultur. Hugelkultur is you push up a bunch of wood or pile up a bunch of wood, throw dirt over it, and it disintegrates and rots down, and it basically has a wicking effect to it. So that's awesome that you're doing something, no matter what it is. I was making patterns and sewing samples up. I've been sewing since 3 p.m. Yeah, I've been sewing for a few hours. I got outside, ran the torch for about an hour, burnt up a bunch of grass where it was that I didn't want it in the gravel. You want to grow, if your grass won't grow, just throw fucking gravel down. My grass grows everywhere I don't want it to grow. So I did that for a while. I pumped out another IBC tote, did some outside stuff, worked with the animals a little bit, moved some stuff around. But I've been sowing. Cali is real bad dirt pricing. I use manure and it works, just saying. I couldn't take manure and fucking put it in my raised beds and grow in it. Not straight manure, I couldn't. And I have huge compost piles now. We have a lot of other stuff. I don't reconnect. I don't know why that was offline. I'm not sure if it's still offline. That was weird. No photo for what I did, but I did drive 950 miles. Right on. Right on. And you were, I would assume you're on the clock and making money. Probably listening to podcast or YouTube at the same time, so possibly learning some things. Filled 3 raised beds today, but turned cold. It's cold here. It's ugly out today. Planted 12 blackberry bushes and 6 fig trees, and my son's awesome, awesome. Was someone saying something about LBV 88E? George Washington, I have no idea what that even is. Load bearing vest 88, I don't know what that is. Miracle-Gro potting soil is 16 a bag at my Lowe's. There you go. So it should be a couple dollars cheaper at Walmart. And also be aware, you will see the same bag a lot of places. The one at Lowe's, when I bought them at Lowe's, they were actually smaller than the ones at Walmart, and the ones at Walmart cost a couple dollars less. I used to buy 3 cubic foot bags of Miracle-Gro potting soil, and I haven't seen that in probably a decade. I only see 2 cubic foot bags now, and a lot of them at places are 1.5 cubic foot, so be aware of that. Miracle-Gro potting soil will grow you a awesome raised bed garden this year. And then you're going to suck all the nutrients out of it, and it's going to be dead, shitty soil. It's piss. It's urea. It's urea. That's the fertilizer that's in the Miracle-Gro soil that makes all your stuff grow so well. It's piss. And we don't produce piss for some reason. We get most of our piss from Russia. So what do? Start a compost pile. Top dress, if you have, you'll get you some rabbits. Start growing rabbits for the rabbit poop. Or get a friend with some rabbit poop, because you can immediately put it on the bed. You can also add mushroom compost to the top. You can add all kinds of fertilizer. Dr. Garrett's earth juice is awesome, comes in a 1-gallon container. Mycorrhizal fungi, worm castings, molasses. There's all kinds of things you can do. But the number one is just get a good compost pile going in your backyard somewhere, so that you can use it. Now, I have hundreds of raised beds. Well, I have 100 raised beds. I have a garden bigger than most people. When people say garden, my garden doesn't fit in their garden. So we've done a lot this last 2 years to build soil and have soil in the process of building. Paid the same at Home Depot, right on, good. I also take the Miracle-Gro potting soil and I mix it with the in-ground soil, because the in-ground soil is cheaper. It's also a little hotter because you're mixing it with existing dirt, and you're going to kind of mix it in the ground. So I mix the two together and they grow well. Rabbit poop does not work well in my area for some reason. Horse manure works great, however. Well, George, you do what works for you, buddy. You do what works for you. You seem to have it, you seem to know what works and what doesn't work, so why would you listen to me? Don't change anything you're doing. I don't have access to horse shit. Nobody around here has horses. First year for them had blackberries. We have the whole back side of the property is blackberries, and they're horribly bitter. They're amazing if you eat them with vanilla ice cream, or if you mix them 50-50 with sugar. So they're really of no use at all out here. I mean, and we don't fertilize them. If I'm gonna eat blackberries, it's a waste of my calories for me to eat blackberries when I could just eat strawberries. Rabbits are something that's obtainable for everybody. So if you're going to have a garden, you could have 10 chickens in a chicken coop and muck that out, but you can't take that chicken scrapings and put them right in your garden. Rabbit poop, you can take a shovel right from underneath the rabbit cages and take that rabbit poop and put it right on top of your beds and water through it. You can also take it, put it in a 5-gallon bucket and make a tea, and then use that through a can or whatever to water your beds with. So it's fertilizer. You can make soil with it by rotting it down with other materials. And then you also produce meat with the rabbits. But the rabbit poop is worth more than the rabbits. At least here it is for me, because we don't eat a lot of rabbits. Now I take the rabbits because we produce a lot of rabbit, and I've been feeding the dogs rabbits. First house I bought had mulberries. Turns out I'm allergic to them. My throat closes on the way to the hospital, but I didn't tap. So I have a ton of mulberries here we're about to put in the ground. Russian hybrid white mulberries and white willow, hybrid willow, and hybrid poplar. We're putting those in. We're putting over 1,000 trees we'll put in the ground this year. Bought a house for $238 OD. 238, I don't know what you're saying, 238 grand 2 weeks before the virus hit 2 weeks ago. House already went up 100 grand. Got it. Awesome. Awesome. He had Russians. I don't know what that's in reply to. Horse manure is easy to get out here, but you got to be careful. They spray on some of the hay they eat will kill your plants. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. A lot of times it'll pass through the animal as well and have seed head in it and grow. I use a straw mulch that's been baked at like 200 hours to sterilize it, and it's supposed to not sprout, and that shit still sprouts. I use it to top dress to hold moisture in my raised beds when the weather gets really hot on the beds that we don't have under shade cloth. And it still fucking grows. And they swear to God it won't sprout, and it does. He said Russians. Selling rabbit manure pays to feed the rabbits, but puts some cash in the pocket, especially this time of year. Sakota, right on. I've never tried selling rabbit poop. I suppose we could sell rabbit shit. Especially in Nashville, if we took rabbit shit to the farmer's market or just sold it out of the back of the truck at the farmer's market, not even get a booth, I suppose. Am I buying Toyotas anytime soon? No, I don't plan to sell. They keep offering to buy the Toyotas. I'm not confident that they can get any more Toyotas. And as a matter of fact, I have friends that work at dealerships, higher end dealerships, luxury cars, and they're even not able to get like all the wiring harnesses for Porsche. They all come out of fucking the war zone. So like they're not getting, cars aren't there. Spirko was saying he just went to take his truck to have it serviced, took the 4Runner in to have it serviced, and there's not even a truck on the lot. That's been the case the last 3 times we've taken the Tundra or the 4Runner to get the oil changed. There's no cars. You couldn't buy a car if you want. People are buying cars right now that they're not even going to get for 6 months. Jack said he goes to the largest Toyota dealership in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And there's a used car lot right next to it on the Toyota dealership. They have closed that building down and turned off the lights inside it. It's not even open. And that's the case. The dealership we use is the same way. There's nothing there. All the cars, there's some Corvettes there. There's some Dodge trucks there. There is no Toyota truck inventory. So no, I don't plan to do, I'm not making any purchases like that at all. I'm not making any luxury purchases, and I'm not making any purchases like the new Tundra. I wouldn't buy a brand new Tundra anyways. It's brand new model year. I'm good with what I got. I don't plan to make any changes right now. Just had a 20-pound box go out yesterday. $104 out the door, shipping included. You're shipping rabbit shit? Sakota, Ireland. Are you in Ireland? I'm not familiar with who you are. Anyone growing a high carb specific garden? No, I'm growing potatoes. Well, I guess yes. I'm growing a lot of potatoes and sweet potatoes this year. Portion of a cow, awesome, very cool. I don't think he's shipping rabbit poop. What's he shipping? No, Washington. So you're shipping rabbit shit? That's fucking that's cool. Do you do anything to it? Like, do you rinse it to get the urine out, or do you just ship the rabbit poop? Is there fur in it? Where did you buy the black heavy duty shelving? Is that Husky brand? So this came from Costco, and it's a brand called Wayland Storage. Can you see that? There it is. So if you look this up, you'll find it all through the internet, and it's all from Costco, and they're very proud of it. They tag it here, they tag it here. Just on this unit, every shelf is tagged twice, which is fucking weird now that I look at it. And then there's a sticker up inside here. Can I get this off of here? I cannot get that off of there. See if it has any more info. Sam's Club sells something similar, except it's not. $11,906 looks to be the model number. Wayland Storage, 2,000 pounds, 8,000 pound total. We have these all through the building, and these are awesome. Now, Sam's Club sells something kind of like these. You can see I've got a lot of this shit. I thought I was going to come back here and show you Sam's Club. I don't have any Sam's Club. It's all the, and we set them up in different manner. Like this one has no shelves on it, and we use it to store rolls of material. Now we took all our shelving and we zip tied them here, so all the shelving is still here in place. And I've got a bunch of it in the garage too. They were, I want to say they were $200 per shelf, and I'll bet they're a lot more now. These shelves here come with 5 shelves, and a lot of times we put extra shelves on them. We'll buy an extra couple sets of units just to use the extra shelving. And these were $69, then $79, then $100. I saw them as high as $150 a couple weeks ago, and you can get them at Sam's Club or Costco, and they're the same. They're all interchangeable. Sometimes they have bigger casters. You definitely want the bigger casters if you're putting weight on them. And those work awesome. We've got tons of them. We build them also as half carts, just like this. And those are really strong too. We've used those. We've used all this shelving, both types of shelving we've used for, I don't know, 25, 30 years. Even back in San Diego. But you can see I've got it all back here too. Rabbit meat is good to feed your local country freedom-minded individuals who are on the Husky side. Got it. I feed rabbit to my dogs a lot. We use a lot of fat too. Any fat or grease that comes off, we put that over kibble or we add it into their feed. There's a treasure everywhere. Just have to be able to find your market. Looks like you'll put multiple units together at once. Looks like y'all put multiple units at once. I think the shelves are tagged once. At least mine was. William Graff, those shelves, both the shelf unit, one beam has 2 tags on it. So I don't know. We didn't mix or match, and if we did, it doesn't matter because they're on the same shelf. They're riveted on twice. Ordered Presto canner. You're going to love the Presto canner, Mike. We like it so much we run 2 at a time. have any 2-point slings. I'm sure we do. We'll go look. Yeah, you can buy elephant shit online. And gorilla shit. See, here's the example I'm talking about, right? Rivet it on. Right here. Follow the same shelf. Rivet it on there. See how they're riveted? Each of these shelves has 2 plates riveted on. Fucking weird. So do these ones. They're on the same beam. Two-point slings. I have gray and I have black 2-point slings. I've got some convertibles if you're interested in those. I have some single points. Husky shells are $300 to $400 now. So these aren't Husky. The Husky ones come from Home Depot or Lowe's, I think. Home Depot. These are a company called Whalen. Same thing. You guys, at that point, you could just buy pallet racking. They make pallet racking that's 24 or 20 inches deep, and you could just use true pallet racking. Was that green book John Mosby's Gorilla Fighter? No, I have that book. This green book is this one. Fat drippings were good. I read somewhere that fat drippings weren't good for dogs. Hernandez, I'm sure you could find both. I'm in a bunch of livestock guardian dog groups, and they're like, yeah, we feed raw meat. And other people are like, no, I'm a vet. You should never feed raw meat. If you listen enough, you'll hear both sides. I don't fucking know. My dogs look great with it. Their coats are good. My dogs fucking bounce around like they're still puppies, even my older dogs. So I don't give a fuck what people say. I'm doing what I'm doing. I do a lot of shit. If you watch the fucking internet on how to care for rabbits, you would think that how in the fuck do we even have rabbits alive today, the way these fucking people act. Same with chickens. Nope, you got to do it this way. Nope, you got to do it that way. Fuck, I just quit asking motherfuckers. I look at people that have good livestock and I fucking ask their opinions. Especially if your dog needs calories in the winter. Why would you not use the fat? Do we make our own bread? We do occasionally, man. We do something that's called a beer bread. And we use a pale ale or pale moon honey ale. So you just put in your dry ingredients, and instead of using yeast, you put a bottle of beer in, and it makes an awesome bread. Amanda makes one that's just a white bread, and she uses like a 50-50 mix, I think, like all-purpose flour and then white flour. And then she does another one that's got like chopped walnuts, dried cherries, dried cranberries, dried apples, a little bit of cinnamon, and makes kind of like a dessert bread. And she bakes 2 loaves at a time. We could totally do 4, if not 6 loaves at a time. But we don't eat that much bread. So usually we'll do that, and then we'll have it like when I make a soup. I have a bunch of the Bear Creek soup bags, like the broccoli cheddar, and then I'll take and put a whole head of actual broccoli in there, and then a rotisserie chicken also. So when it's cold and I want something, a nice hearty, warm meal, that works very well. And it stores too. Those bags of soup will store for shit, I don't know, a long time. Till rodents get them. 40 homemade meatballs, right on. My wife's been working on perfecting her sourdough bread. Awesome. That's very cool. And I think I love bread. I don't eat very much bread at all. I love bread. We store wheat. We have a lot of wheat, several different kinds, hard red winter, hard white winter. And we have several different versions of grinders to include the Country Living Grain Mill, which is the gold standard. So somewhere that you can mix ground beef, crushed egg, shell mix well, and feed that to your dogs. I feed my dogs a lot of eggs. My dogs eat a lot of ground beef. I have a friend who has a butcher shop. We do our fridge clean out every Monday. Anything meat goes to the dogs. A lot of the scraps and meat and stuff cooked into things, those go to the chickens. Anything freezer burned goes to the dogs. I feed my dogs entirely whole chickens. I'll take one out of the freezer, defrost it for a day and a half, and give it to them. When I have a lot of meat from the butcher, if he has meat that didn't sell or expired, that goes to the dogs, and we mix it in. If I don't have enough to feed them, if I don't have something defrosted or ready to feed them completely raw, I will take a bunch of hamburger or sausage that's raw and mix it with dry kibble. And I can't just set it in there because they'll just eat the raw meat. So I have to kind of like mold it together. So I'm getting, it's nasty. You get fat all over your hands. You could use gloves, I guess. Raw eggs all the time. Yeah, my dogs eat raw eggs every day. We have chickens that just lay outside. So the dogs, I have no concept of how much the dogs eat. But there are days when we go to feed the dogs and they don't eat. And I assume it's probably because they have eaten so many eggs. Matt, what's up? Jesus Martinez, love the Saturday Night Lives. I do a live every night, guys, if you're not aware. This one is very tame. Very tame right now. Love bread and cheese and chocolate. Me too. Me too, buddy. Especially a fresh baked bread. I eat very, very little bread. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'm going to get off of here. There's not a whole lot of conversation here. I don't have a lot to add, so I can definitely do other things with my time right now. What did I get done outside? Pumped out a couple more aquaponics, spent about an hour running the torch, burning down grass, moved around some more planters, dealt with the chickens, pulled eggs. Nothing really to show, just normal everyday stuff. I buy silver all the time, Johnny. I buy silver all the time. Sakota, Ireland. I've never seen you on here before. How'd you find us? I don't recognize your name. Any more subloads? There's always subloads coming. What subload do you want? I currently have black patrol subloads, multicam patrol subloads, coyote patrol subload, multicam rallyman subload. Those are all there. Direction of some good comms info. Yeah, check out T-Rex Arms. They got a good comms video. Check out Grand Thumb. I think he's got a good comms video. just start looking. Look up Prepper Communicate Bear. I think Bear Independent's got a couple comm videos out. Check his stuff out because there's a ton of shit out there you don't need to know. Like it's fine to know it, but you just need a crash course. Are you asking what kind of radio to buy? The real question is, what kind of radio have you already bought? Jack Spirko originally, right on. Do I plan to sell water cans? I do. Do not hesitate to go buy some, though, if you need some. Modular subloads? Probably not, man. I've got some 3x6 modular subloads. But you're asking for something that nobody's asked for in 20 years. Which I think you actually do. I think that's kind of your shtick. I think that you look for things that you know I don't build and then just keep asking me for them. Because, like, the stuff you ask for, nobody's asking for it. Like, that's why we're not building it. Red Thread Multicam Black looks awesome. They do. They sold super fast. Super fast. All this, everything you see sitting here went out in the text messages and emails. It's all gone. Amanda said it all sold out in 5 minutes. Like, these all ship Monday to customers. All those Subgun micros are all sold. All the tool bags, I think the tool bags have already even shipped. I think they're gone. I think most of them already even went out the door. I think this Multicam Black Red large tool bag went into an order, and when we went to ship it, it had already shipped. So I think that might be available. I don't know if it's online. That tool bag I put online last night, I don't know if it's still in the inventory or not. Nightly for a few weeks. Well, thanks for participating, man. Is Chris Rig on the wall? No, there's no Chris Rigs on the wall here. Philip Strother, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I got tracking for large tool bag. Leonard, right on, buddy. Right on. You're gonna love that thing if you haven't seen one of them. Canterbury. Yeah, actually, I don't know why I didn't think about that. Look up Dave Canterbury. He's been doing a ton of radio stuff. If you follow his Facebook or Instagram, I don't know if he's putting videos out, but Dave's always got really good content and very usable and real world. Yeah, that's a good one, Jim, because I do see Dave Canterbury's stuff all the time. Every now and then he comments on my Instagram stuff. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good night.